Manny Pacquiao just stunned the world with a massive claim about Ryan Garcia. He says this kid won't just win, he's coming to destroy every record Pacquiao ever built.
Man, y'all be up late playing the video games, bro. Them early mornings be rough, brother. Have you had your coffee yet?
Nah, I ain't had no coffee yet.
You ain't had your coffee. You ain't had that gasoline yet.
I mean, I just woke up, fresh out of bed.
I'm not gonna try to hold you, bro, too long. You did a great job, man, on DAZN's telecast, bro. This past Saturday at Ryan Garcia's fight, man. You ain't had no.
Manny Pacquiao said something about Ryan Garcia that stopped boxing in its tracks. Not a trash talk line, not a fight call-out dressed up as praise, a genuine statement from the only 8-division world champion who ever lived about a 27-year-old kid from Victorville who just did something Pacquiao himself couldn't finish. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what Pacquiao saw and why what he said changes the entire conversation around Ryan Garcia's future.
Garcia will be eagerly watching to see if Pacquiao can clinch a WBC title bout against welterweight champ Mario Barrios by year's end. In a realistic scenario, Garcia might emerge as Pacquiao's initial contender if he manages to claim the title from Barrios. Nevertheless, the 25-year-old still needs to strengthen his relationship with the World Boxing Council. Garcia was sacked by President Mauricio Sulaiman for making racist remarks against minorities during.
If you clicked this video, you already understand why Manny Pacquiao saying anything about Ryan Garcia is a story worth stopping for. Most people watching right now think this is just 2 generations of fighter exchanging pleasantries. Big name, small name, mutual respect. Pac-Man is gracious in retirement, nothing more to see here. But here is what this channel has been tracking and what almost nobody else has put together yet. Pacquiao watched Garcia do exactly what he tried and failed to do. He watched a 27-year-old walk into a Las Vegas arena, drop the same champion he himself fought for 12 grueling rounds, and win the belt Pacquiao was denied on the scorecards. And instead of staying quiet, the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of the 21st century opened his mouth and gave Garcia something that no title shot, no pay-per-view number, and no promotional hype can manufacture: the blessing of the man whose records Garcia is supposedly hunting. We are breaking this down in 3 parts. First, what records Pacquiao actually holds, and why "break every record I own" is a statement that carries real weight from this specific man. Second, the Barrios connection, the fight that directly links these 2 careers and explains why Pacquiao's words landed the way they did. And third, the twist, because what Pacquiao said in public and what he is doing in private tell 2 very different stories. To understand why Manny Pacquiao's words hit differently than anyone else's, you need to know exactly what his records look like. Pacquiao is the only 8-division world champion in boxing history, 12 major world titles across 4 decades, the 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in June of 2025. The Ring ranked him 2nd among the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of the 21st century, also in 2025. ESPN ranked him the greatest Asian athlete of the 21st century in 2024. His PPV fights generated $1.2 billion in revenue from 25 bouts as of 2015. Forbes ranked him the 2nd highest paid athlete in the world in both 2012 and 2015. These are not records that get broken. They are records that define what the word impossible means in boxing. Ryan Garcia, meanwhile, is 27 years old. He is the new WBC welterweight world champion. He has held the belt for less than 60 days. He is ranked 4th by the Ring at welterweight. He has 25 wins, 20 by knockout, and a career that has had as much chaos as it has brilliance. When Pacquiao looks at Garcia and talks about records, he is not comparing stats. He is comparing something else entirely. And this is where the story gets complicated. Now, most people covering this story have focused on the compliment itself. Pacquiao, the legend, hyping Garcia, the new champion. A clean story, a feel-good moment. But here's the part of this story nobody looked up before running with the narrative. Pacquiao's records are not just impressive, they are structurally unreachable by the standards of modern boxing. 8 divisions, 12 major world titles, world champion across 4 decades, first boxer in history to win major world titles in 4 of the original 8 glamour divisions. No one in the sport right now is within 5 divisions of where Pacquiao finished. So when Pacquiao says Garcia could break every record I own, he is not saying Garcia will win 8 divisions. He is saying something more specific and more meaningful. He is talking about the records that actually exist at 147 pounds, the division Garcia now controls. The oldest welterweight champion, the most successful welterweight of his era, the PPV revenue records that Pacquiao still holds at that weight class. Garcia, at 27, just won the WBC welterweight belt. He has elite speed. He has a left hook that drops world champions in the first round. He has a social media following, millions, that no welterweight champion since Pacquiao has come close to matching in terms of cross-cultural reach. And he has time. Years of it. Pacquiao built his welterweight records in his 30s. Garcia is starting this chapter in his 20s. When the man who set those records looks at Garcia and says, "This kid," it is not a casual endorsement. It is a man who understands exactly what it took, and recognizing that Garcia might have enough of the right ingredients to get there. But that's not even the most important part of this story. And this is where the real story, the one that explains every word Pacquiao said, finally snaps into place. Pacquiao did not praise Garcia from a distance. He watched Garcia take something that Pacquiao himself tried to claim and couldn't. In July 2025, Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old, returning from a 4-year retirement, challenged Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. He went 12 rounds. He was sharp. He was fast. He was Manny Pacquiao. 2 judges scored it 114-114. One judge gave Barrios a 115-113 win. Majority draw. Barrios kept the belt. And 10 of 16 prominent media members scored the fight for Pacquiao. He was denied, at 46, by the scorecards. 6 months later, on February 21, 2026, Ryan Garcia walked into T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. He dropped Barrios in the first round. He dominated 12 rounds. The scorecards read 119-108, 120-107, and 118-109. It was not close. Garcia was the new WBC welterweight world champion. Pacquiao's response, confirmed by Philstar, was immediate and unguarded. When asked directly if he would consider challenging the new champion Garcia, Pacquiao said, "Puede, bakit naman hindi?" It's possible. Why not? That is not bitterness. That is not a grudge. That is a 47-year-old legend watching a 27-year-old do what he tried and failed to do, and responding with the openness of a man who respects real talent. And then going further, calling him a kid who could break every record he owns. Garcia, for his part, had already told The Ring, "I know I'd give him a lot of problems. I'd dominate him, capitalize on his mistakes better than others. I'd knock him out like Juan Manuel Marquez did, with all due respect to the legend Manny." Garcia said he wanted to take the torch. Pacquiao said the torch was worth taking. But here's what nobody is connecting right now, and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Here is the twist that reframes the entire Pacquiao endorsement. Manny Pacquiao is not stepping away from the sport. He is fighting Floyd Mayweather in a rematch, confirmed for September 19, 2026 at the Sphere in Las Vegas, streaming on Netflix. a 47-year-old against a 49-year-old in boxing's most iconic arena in front of 300 million Netflix subscribers. The rematch of the richest fight in boxing history. In the weeks before that announcement, Pacquiao took an exhibition fight against Ruslan Providnikov, penciled for April 2026 in Las Vegas. He is active, he is training, he is in the game. So when Pacquiao says Garcia could break every record he owns, what is he actually doing? He is setting up the biggest narrative available to him, because the only fight that makes Garcia versus Pacquiao more compelling than a legacy exhibition is if Pacquiao frames Garcia as his heir before they fight. A fighter who endorses the next generation and then steps into the ring to test whether that endorsement was deserved, that is not just a fight. That is a story. The kind of story boxing only gets once every decade. Garcia told The Ring the Garcia-Pacquiao fight would be something